Hey everybody, it's David Crabb and I'm coming to you from Sense of Norway headquarters. This week's video, I want to discuss the necessity of social media usage for your lodge. You know, Facebook tells us that there are well over 2 billion Facebook users worldwide, and about 1.8 billion of those log on to Facebook daily. In other words, there is a tremendous global audience on Facebook, and Facebook alone. That's not even counting the other social media platforms. Social media has completely dominated our landscape very quickly, and so it's presented for all of us an incredible mode of communication. And of course, during the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of our communication traditionally in person has been kind of limited. And so really more than ever, what this means, and I'll say it this way, is that if your lodge does not have a Facebook page yet, that needs to happen. And it needs to happen quickly. The way that you're able to communicate with prospective members and with your current members is unbelievably heightened by having a Facebook page. And today I'm going to focus just on creating a Facebook page and what you can do with that for your lodge. But I would also mention that, of course, there's plenty of other social media platforms, and all of those have tremendous value. We've seen, for instance, at headquarters, our Twitter and Instagram accounts grow significantly, our engagement rate grow exponentially over the years. And yet, really, just for the sake of really simplicity and kind of the most bang for your buck, I'm going to talk a little bit about creating a Facebook page. I'd encourage each of you to read through the resources that you'll find on the Lodge Leader portion of the website. Now, you'll have to log in, of course, using your member login, but when you go under Lodge Leader resources, you'll see a custom kit that tells you how to create a Facebook page. We have all kinds of resources on that site, but this will walk you through step by step how you can begin to create a Facebook page for your lodge if you don't have one already. We have that in a PowerPoint format. We have that in other formats as well. And so I'd encourage you to look at that communications toolkit, which you can find under Lodge Resources. Now, once you've created a Facebook page, let me encourage, and many of you already have, let me encourage you to continue to use that and be active on it by making sure all of your current members that have Facebook accounts are members of the group, but that you stay consistent in posting updates and using it as a consistent form of communication. This is the best way to grow a digital audience, is simply by being consistent. So if you, when you first started, initially put up a post or two that didn't seem to get a lot of engagement and you thought, well, nobody's really looking at this, you probably stepped a little too early. Consistent engagement on your Facebook page is the best way to continue to grow your audience, both of your current members that are just looking for announcements, looking for updates, but also prospective members. As you create events and opportunities that you post on that page, then your members of your lodge can share those out to their personal page, which links back to your lodge page and allows that kind of virtuous cycle to continue of folks engaging with the content that you're putting up. So frankly, the more content you're putting up on that Facebook page and encouraging your members to share it out on their personal pages, the better. And you know, there's a lot of things that you can do in addition on your Facebook page. For instance, you can create an event, a standalone event that has all the information on it, whether that's a location, a physical location, and a time, a date and time, or whether it's a Zoom link that you include. And then you create that event, you have people RSVP for that event, whether they're going to join the Zoom call or whether they're going to show up to your physical property where the event's being held. They can again share that with other people in their networks, people in town who may not be Sons of Norway members, but say, oh, I'd love to come to that event. And they RSVP, and so you have their contact information as well. You can do Facebook Live videos. Maybe some of you have seen some of those, maybe some of you haven't. But I'd encourage you to consider a Facebook Live video is a wonderful way to get people to engage with content or with events that you're doing. Maybe giving a tour of a property, maybe if somebody's giving a talk or there's a musical event, just streaming it live on Facebook. It's actually quite simple. If you have a Facebook group, you really just go live, you click a button. And then, of course, Facebook actually saves that video for you so that when it's not live, it's now a video that somebody can come back to at any time and watch on your page. And it really is as simple as a click of a button. And so that's just a couple of ways, really, in which a Facebook page can really enhance your ability to engage with your members and particularly with prospective members. As we've worked really hard to recruit new members to Sons of Norway over the years, we have seen social media be an incredible tool for that. As folks who have never heard of us, or certainly never heard of your local lodge in your town, may now be able to hear about you for the first time through your members sharing your events, sharing your posts, getting the word out. You may not be able to take out an ad on a billboard. You may not be able to take out an ad on a paper. And in fact, in your town, you may not even be able to get out much physically and meet together and get the word out. But one thing you can do is create a Facebook page that you consistently update, invite all of your members to join and be a part of it, and then to share on their personal pages. And so now their friends, 200 friends, 500 friends, 700 friends, all get to see the event that you created and that you're publicizing for your lodge. So let me say this, many of you have a Facebook page, and if so, wonderful. Let me encourage you to redouble your commitment to using it consistently and exploring some options, maybe like Facebook Live or creating events that you haven't ever done before. If you do already have a Facebook page, let me encourage you as well to look at our communications toolkit on the member section and lodge leader section of our website. And then the last thing I'd say is if you don't have a Facebook page yet, now's the time to get one. We're in the middle of a global pandemic where communication's more difficult than ever. If you want to see your lodge continue to not just grow members, but even really cohese together as members and be able to communicate well, a Facebook page is a wonderful, wonderful tool to do that. If you have any questions on creating a Facebook page or on digital marketing, which is really just using these social media platforms in general, we'd encourage you to reach out to us. Our marketing department, our fraternal department is glad to answer those questions, to help you engage with tools that you haven't done before. If you have questions past Facebook on other social media platforms that you can be utilizing, if your lodge is already using Facebook, we'd love to be a part of helping you do that. We know that these are going to be crucial to member growth and member retention, and so we are here to help you with that. And we want to encourage you to really lean into these social media platforms and use them for your advantage. So thanks for listening. Again, under the Lodge Leader section of the member website, you can find all kinds of resources, and we hope you'll reach out with any questions. Thanks so much.